And we're moving and we're grooving. Come on, everybody, get one shoe out the door. Take that first step. Hiya, one shoe. You're on the one shoe, and if you're watching this now, you're part of the one shoe crew. I am the Ben. Welcome. It's Saturday morning, as always. So today we've got a little bit to talk about. We're going to talk a little bit about your step. We're going to talk a little bit about our rocker feature of the week. And let's get ready doing that 5K on the 4th of July. How many of y'all... Losing it again. How many of y'all are going to be out there for the 4th of July? Well, if you're out there getting a run, be sure to get water in the day before. I'm going to be trying to push out a 9-minute mile. That's not all that fast. Maybe later in the year I'll get it down to 8 because working on that half marathon in the fall again. So let's talk a little bit about your step. So somebody came to me this week and said, hey, I'm hurting in my upper thighs up here. And I went out and ran. I hadn't been running in a while. And it got me thinking, you know, we all run differently. We all walk differently. We all have our own step. And that step is different and may not be the perfect one that we see the guy in the Olympics. We see the guy on the video, on the animation particularly. But that step is important to us, and we will never necessarily look like that person. One of us might turn our feet a little bit inward when we go. One of us might have our knees come a little close together, maybe even rub. You know, this is us. So let's think about who we are and what we're doing. So I turned my left foot in a little bit, and I've rolled off of it. That kind of twists the ankle really hurts. So stretching may be one way to help reduce an injury, but it doesn't stop it. So we need to focus on ourselves and what we're doing and thinking about how we, while we're running, not forget to pay attention to what works for us. The heel-toe method is not heel-toe, where we land on our heel and we push off on our toe. The heel-toe is more of a roll. So we're lightly coming down. And if our knees are being lifted too high, we're bouncing. We shouldn't be bouncing. Think of that speed walker. Their feet are always touching. You could have a book on their head. It's that balance. Well, when you're running, you don't want to be bouncing. If you're bouncing, you're using not only too much energy, but your feet and your knees. So that upper leg, if that is getting sore, I'm thinking it is likely that we're holding our legs too straight. And if we're holding them too straight, we could be coming down and actually injuring our knees. So we want to, you know, let me loosen up, keep a little bit of flex, kind of heel toe, kind of shuffle. Think of that sheep herder. You can see them in your mind. Shuffle, get out there and do it. All right, that's enough of that. Let's talk about our feature artist this week, Ben Gibbard. Ben Gibbard is a band member of Death Cab Cutie, along with the Postal Service, another band he was in, and he does some solo stuff. So first of all, if you've never heard of him, you've probably heard his music. Death Cab Cutie, I know, has been used in Friends with Benefit movie, some on Grey's Anatomy, and I think his other songs have been in other TV shows and movies. But the fact that you've heard him, he is a rocker, a kind of an indie band rocker, and he drank a bit too much, and in his 30s, he decided, I'm gonna start running, and he did. And he kind of replaced the drinking and boozing with running, and so healthy, right? Well, then he went all the way to the extreme, got to the 50-mile runs, and there's nothing healthy about that because I have done Ironman distances, and I can say that you go to an extreme, and it's a little too far. So if you're out there getting and you're going, and you're getting your 1-mile walk, you're getting your 2-mile walk, you're getting a 3-mile run, these things are probably very healthy for you. You're out riding your bike, a century ride or a 100-mile ride. We do think of it as being healthy, but it is still an extreme on the body for many people. So do what works for you. Think about your step and how you're coming down. Think about your posture on your bike, etc. Y'all have a great day. Give me some love. Let me know you're there. And I did give one on YouTube, and I'm going to get more of these on the YouTube, maybe in an orderly fashion. And if you show up on the 4th for the 5K, I'll meet you at the finish line. Let me know you're coming, and I'll bring you a beer for the finish line. Hey, there you go, healthy. All right, have a great day. One Shoe Crew, the Ben Music.